Hi, I'm Tim Welch with Selfless Awakening, and what I'm doing right now is I'm doing 30 Days of Awakening, where every morning I meditate, I get present, I ask, life, universe, empty space in my head, what would you like me to talk about to be of service to others? And that's what this is all about this morning. So here we go. So you're going to see me kind of looking different places now, because I have, if you're connecting with me right now live on Instagram, that's when I'm looking over here. I have a camera set up right behind me that I'm posting these videos to the YouTube channel, so they're higher quality. You can see day 1 and day 2, I've already posted those videos up on the YouTube channel, Selfless Awakening. So hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. So I'm open to feedback. Please participate if you have anything to say about what I'm talking about. Each morning I talk about one idea or concept that I think would be of service to talk about. And this morning what came to me when I was meditating was this idea about how to manifest, how to actually really create the situations in the life and attract the things you want to attract. But a part of this law of attraction concept that other people don't seem to talk about a lot. And I want to talk about this aspect of the law of attraction that I think people aren't focusing on, which is really important. And here's the idea. A lot of times when we start to work on the law of attraction and we realize that, whoa, we actually can attract things that we want in our lives by focusing on them. Like if you want, if you're looking for a new partner, right? Or a new job. Let's keep it simple. Let's say we're looking for a new apartment to live in, okay? Not that that's necessarily simple. Certainly not in the tri-state area here. But the trick to doing it is you visualize yourself already having the apartment, being inside of it, enjoying it, saying gratitude to the universe for such an awesome apartment, and you just start literally imagining you're in the apartment already. And then that's how the law of attraction works, is you just, by being grateful for already having something, by putting out the energy that you're grateful for having something that you may not have physically manifested yet, but being grateful for it already, it puts you in alignment with the internal energy of being able to actually manifest that thing, And I think that's pretty straightforward. Most people have gotten that from the law of attraction, which is awesome. But here's where the sneaky ego can get in and mess with the process. It's very easy for the mind to focus on the space between where you are now and where you want to be. Okay? I'm going to say that again. The mind, the ego, is constantly focusing on the space between where you are now and where you want to be. In other words, the mind focuses on the lack of the thing you want. Right? The mind focuses on, oh, I don't like this apartment. I don't want to live here. I don't like this. Oh, that apartment's not nice either. Oh, I don't like my job. This job's terrible. I want to get another job. I want to feel better. I want to feel happy. And basically what the ego is saying is, I want to try to make myself happy by changing the external circumstances. But here's the thing. The ego will never be satisfied by changes in the external for very long. You get that new apartment, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I've got my new apartment, it's so great. And then the voice in that will say, yeah, well, it doesn't quite have the crown molding, which you were hoping to have. It's like, the ego is insatiable. It will continue to create this, it'll continue to focus on the lack between where you are and where you want to be. And here's the way that the law of attraction works, which it's hard to see this part of it. The law of attraction works very specifically. Whatever you focus on, you get more of. So if you're focusing on lack, if you're focusing on the space between where you are and where you want to be, guess what you're going to get more of? You're going to get more you're going to be noticing more and more how you're not where you want to be everywhere in your life. You literally will be manifesting more lack by focusing on lack. Think about that. Really think about that. Like, this is a big thing that's so easy to miss. The more you focus on what you don't have, the more you... oh, there we go. Okay, we're back. The more you focus on what you don't have, the more you will not have what you want. The more you focus on what you don't have, the more space there will be between where you are and where you want to be. And I know this is crazy. It's kind of like, huh? But it's very important to make that shift. So it's like, if you want that new job, you've got to pay attention to how much you allow the voice in the head, how much you allow the chatter in the head to focus on focusing on how you're not where you want to be. And what you need to do is flip it. And any time that you wake up inside of yourself focusing from a place of lack, having a lack focus in your life, this is what the spiritual practice is all about. This is where you are able to shift and reframe it, okay? And look at it and say, hey, and take the thing that you're feeling lack about and say, and this is where, let's say it's the apartment concept, like you want the new apartment. You catch yourself thinking, I can't afford the apartment I want, I'm never gonna move, there's never any good apartments in New York, whatever you're thinking. And what you do is, if you catch yourself thinking that lack thought, that I'm not where I wanna be, you then shift it and you go, oh, I'm so grateful to have such an amazing apartment. It feels so good to be in this place. I love this apartment. I can't believe I have this apartment. It's so fun. I can't wait to have parties here. This is such an amazing place. Like, every time you catch yourself focusing on the space between where you are and where you want to be, flip it and get to a place of gratitude for already being in that place that you want to be. Does that make sense? Am I talking crazy? Chime in if you're understanding and this is clear, okay? If this is making sense to you. But this is a real important concept in the law of attraction, that we have so much lack focus built into ourselves because of the culture that we live in right now. Yay! Thanks, D. We have so much of a lack focus built into the culture right now. And that's, if you think about it, that's the way the consumer machine is running in our society. What they do is, inside of our society, they say, you're not enough. You're not enough. But good news, nobody's enough. But if you buy these products, you're going to be a little bit better. If you have this face cream, if you get your abs really big, if you have this car, this apartment, this thing, you're gonna feel better. But isn't that an interesting thing? Because we know that the way it works is, once you get the external thing that you want, it doesn't satisfy that craving. It just keeps going, right? So what the trick is to learn how to step out of this game that society's playing with us of you're not enough. You're missing something, and that thing you're missing, we've got. Like, we need to learn how to step out of that as a society. So how do we do that? One of the ways we do that is by being grateful for where we are right now. And being grateful, I want to just point this out, like, being grateful for where we are right now and being thankful for what we already have manifested, that doesn't make you complacent. And I used to think that, like, well, if I'm happy here, then I'm not going to keep growing. But that's complete BS. That's not the way it works. When you have gratitude for where you are, the universe will shift you much easier, okay? It's like you're much more, life is lighter. Life is more, it's like you can put your hand through walls, everything's light. When you're heavy and stuck and in your limiting thinking, the world's very dense. Everywhere you move, you hit walls. But when you're light and high vibrating and in a state of gratitude, it's much easier from there to manifest the things you want. But that's where it starts, with anything that you want. Hello. Oh, thanks Yoda Soda. 100% makes sense. Cheers. Thanks for stopping in, man. So when you have something you want, something you know you want, that's a great thing. The next step to getting it isn't to focus anymore at all on how you don't have it. That's not how to do it. The way to do it is to every day wake up, make it a part of your meditation. And this can be anything, you know. Make it a part of your meditation. Get up, get still. Imagine you already have it. Imagine that your business has expanded to the next level. Imagine that you're in better physical health than you were before. Imagine that you can run further. Imagine how good it feels to having done all of those things, as if they're already here. And then just watch, do this experiment. The way that I live my life with all of these concepts is I had a doubting mind like crazy when I started experimenting with this stuff. Negative chatter. I had this voice in my head that was like, this is bullshit. This law of attraction stuff is just, you know, I had constantly had negativity in my mind about it. And I have to say, so I did the experiment of trying these things begrudgingly. Like I would like, okay, the law of attraction works. And then I'd visualize and do it. And I'd be like, well, let's see what happened. Almost like I was kind of testing the universe. And even that didn't stop it from happening. I've had so many experiences with the law of attraction, crazy, like things that if I told you, it's like, you know, hair stands up on your arm stories of like things I visualize, things I put out there, and then the timing and the synchronicities that happened with them. This stuff is no joke. Just start doing the experiment. You don't have to take my word for it. Do the experiment. But the thing is, you have to be consistent and diligent. You have to treat it kind of like a muscle. Like if you really want to be somewhere and you've got something you're visualizing that you want to manifest, you need to spend more of your waking hours focusing on the gratitude of already being there and having that thing or being in that situation, more so than you focus on your lack or the space between you and that thing. And as you do that, it's just like the universe just starts reordering itself incrementally. It just starts systematically shifting you a little bit more in that direction. And then as you do this sort of continued practice, things start happening on that pathway. Things start automatically, little coincidences start happening, right? They're not coincidences in my mind. I don't know what they are exactly, but my theory is that they're, you know, signs from whatever the energy is that's going on in the universe animating us, that you're on the path of what you're looking to attract, you know. So what you said, Tara, I work at this daily and keep a gratitude journal. Perfect. Yeah, that's great. So just make sure when you do your gratitude journal, one thing I like to do with that is I say things that I'm grateful for, that I have already manifested, you know, like this life here, this actual life here. And then I also, as I'm saying those things I'm grateful for, I sprinkle in other things that maybe haven't fully manifested in the physical world yet, but I sprinkle them in between my gratitude rampages, as you know, as I'm doing it in the morning. So I'll be like, I'm so thankful to have such a successful business. I'm so thankful to have such abundance. I'm so thankful to be in a wonderful relationship with my girlfriend, with my daughter. I'm so thankful my daughter's thriving and so beautiful and happy. And then I'll say, I'm so thankful to be the next vocal instructor on American Idol. I'm so thankful to have Martina McBride as a voice student. You know, like I'll say, and I'll sprinkle these things in. And, you know, and by the way, here's an example. Like, I just got off the phone yesterday with one of the producers of American Idol. I'm a voice teacher, and it has been in the back of my mind this idea of, what if one day I actually did become an instructor, like one of the vocal coaches on American Idol? Like, wouldn't that be fun? Like, that was a little visualization. And I've kicked it around in my visualization. I haven't really put hard visualization work into it, but isn't it interesting that I just got a phone call just out of the blue, from one of the producers for American Idol that they want to offer some front-of-the-line passes for students of ours, you know, which was like very interesting manifesting, right? But I wasn't thinking, oh, what do I need to do to get, you know, in contact with American Idol? How can I push? I wasn't doing it. I just kind of thought about it a few times, and interesting, you know? So isn't that crazy? Rita, let's see what you say. Mind is a powerful weapon. Never ever feed it with anything negative. Fill it with a positive thought, and boom. That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is a power. That language of it's a powerful weapon. Yes, I agree. I don't like to label it as a weapon too much because, again, that's a focus thing. You know, if you keep telling yourself your mind is a weapon, guess what your mind's going to be? A weapon, right? Our mind is a beautiful, powerful, elastic, magical thing that can manifest such beauty. And yes, it can manifest darkness too. But we don't even, you know, when we're zoomed out enough, we don't feel like, I don't think of darkness as bad, positive as light. This is all experience, you know. We are here experiencing this human thing and all of its goodies, both light and the dark, you know. So I like to embrace the whole thing. But anyway, yes, fill it with a positive thought, fill the mind with positive focus, fill the mind with good programming, and boom, you're right, manifesting like crazy. That's how it works. So, all right, do I have anything else to say? Let me get still and see if there's anything else in there to share today. I think that's it. Just to wrap it all up, this idea of be on guard to when you are actually looking to manifest something and you're looking to attract something and you're clear about what you want, be very aware of if you catch yourself focusing on the lack of you having that thing. Anytime you catch yourself focusing on the lack of not having the experience or the thing that you want, that's when you shift it and get in a place of gratitude for already having had it, and just sit in that and like thank the universe. It feels so good to be having this experience. Just visualize it, and yeah. So that's the idea. And there was something else that popped in my mind to say, but I guess I'll save it for another day because I've got 30 days. This is day 3. I committed to doing 30 days of awakening. So that I can, truthfully, I was meditating and it just kept coming up as something to do. It was like, Tim, do 30 days of awakening. And there was a voice in my head that said, no, I don't want to do a video every morning. You know, there's a part of me that was kicking and screaming. And then I knew as soon as I saw the part of me that was kicking and screaming, was like, I don't feel like doing it. I was like, okay. This 30 Days of Awakening series is from whatever the deeper awareness is inside of me. And so I've decided to do it and just share things that are going on, things that I'm experiencing and things that are of service to myself and the people I get to work with. So, thanks so much for the love, everybody. Cheers. Great. So, all right, I'm off for this morning. I'll be posting this video to the YouTube channel at Selfless Awakening. The link is in my description if you're with me on Instagram. And if you have any things that you'd like me to talk about, anything that's on your heart or any concerns or things that putting some of this attention on might be of service to you, feel free to shoot me a message on a direct message on Instagram or something like that. Okay. Oh, hi. Looks like Leslie just joined in, one of my friends here from Maplewood, South Orange area. Hi, Leslie. All right, I'm all wrapping up now, Leslie. So I love you. I'll talk to you later, okay? Have a beautiful day, everyone, all right? Cheers.